You got everything you wanted, and it made you feel absolutely nothing. I need you to do something before we go any further. Think of the one thing you wanted more than anything else this year. Got it? Hold on to that. Because by the end of this video, that thing is going to mean something completely different to you. And I'm not sure you're going to like it. Let's go back to the moment you got it. Maybe it was a job offer, a relationship, a number on the scale finally moving. Whatever it was, you had been chasing it for months, maybe longer. You had sacrificed for it, rearranged your life around it, told yourself in the quiet moments, once I get this, once I finally get this, and then one day you did. And for 48 hours, maybe less, it felt exactly as good as you imagined. And then something happened that nobody warned you about. Life just continued. The alarm still went off, the emails kept coming, the mirror looked exactly the same, and that feeling, that enormous feeling you had been running toward for months, quietly packed its bag and disappeared without saying a word. And you were standing there in the middle of your own victory, wondering what on earth just happened. Now, most people at this point do one of two things. They either decide they choose the wrong goal and immediately start chasing a bigger one, or they decide something is wrong with them, that other people feel more, that happiness is a frequency they were just not born tuned to. Both of these conclusions are wrong, and the real answer is so much darker than either of them. Here is what is actually happening inside your head. Your brain runs a process automatically without asking your permission that psychologists call hedonic adaptation. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Think of your brain as having a happiness thermostat set to a specific temperature. When something good happens, a promotion, a relationship, an achievement, the temperature spikes hard. You feel it everywhere. Life suddenly feels vivid and full and exactly right. And then your brain does something absolutely ruthless. It looks at that new high and it quietly decides this is normal now. The spike becomes the floor. The extraordinary becomes the ordinary. The thermostat clicks back all the way to exactly where it was before. Gone, like it was never there. This is not a glitch. This is the entire point. Because here is what your brain actually is. It is not a happiness machine, it is a survival machine wearing a happiness machine costume. And a brain that stays satisfied after one win has zero drive to pursue the next one. In the ancient world, the world of predators and scarce food and rival tribes, a brain with no drive was not just inefficient, it was a death sentence. So our brain learned over hundreds of years of evolution to steal your satisfaction the moment you found it, to make the extraordinary ordinary as fast as possible, to keep you hungry, to keep you moving, to keep you alive. It worked perfectly. It is absolutely destroying your ability to feel anything. Here is where the research gets genuinely uncomfortable. Psychologist Sonja Lyubomirsky at the University of California spent years mapping exactly where human happiness actually comes from. What she found should be taught in every school on the planet. 50% of your happiness baseline is genetic, completely hardwired before you were born. There is almost nothing you can do to permanently shift it. Another 10% comes from life circumstances, your salary, your job title, your apartment, the material conditions that people spend their entire lives burning themselves out trying to upgrade. And even that 10% gets swallowed whole by hedonic adaptation the moment you reach it. Psychologists call this hedonic treadmill. You run. You run until your legs give out. You run until your lungs give out. You run harder than you have ever run in your life. And the treadmill, silently, mechanically, it speeds up to match you. You never get anywhere. You just get better at running in place. Remember that thing I asked you to hold on to at the start? I need to tell you something about it that the self help industry will never say out loud. That thing is not going to fill you. Not because it is the wrong goal, not because you are not working hard enough, but because that feeling you are chasing does not live at the finish line. It never did. The finish line is where feelings go to disappear. Here is the neuroscience dopamine. The chemical your brain releases to drive motivation and create pleasure is not released when you achieve something. It is released in anticipation of achieving it. The wanting produces more dopamine than getting, which means the entire structure of modern ambition defer everything, feel it later. Suffer now and live when you arrive is running directly against your own biology. So, what do you do with that? Give up on goals? Stop wanting things? Accept mediocrity and call it enlightenment? No. The 40% of happiness that is in your control, according to psychologist Sonja, does not come from achieving more. It comes from entirely intentional activity, from genuine human connection, from being fully absorbed in something difficult, from contributing something beyond yourself, from novelty, from movement, from moments where you forget to check your phone because you are too busy actually being alive. None of which require to achieve anything first. Now go back to that thing you were holding at the start of this video. I do not want you to let it go. Ambition is not the enemy. Desire is not the problem. The goal is worth chasing. Are you living inside the pursuit, or are you just deferring your life to the arrival? Because the arrival is going to come. And when it does, your brain is going to do exactly what it was built to do. It is going to steal that feeling, reset the thermostat, and point you toward the next thing before you even had time to feel this one. Only moment you will ever actually feel alive is the one you are standing in right now, not the one waiting for you at the finish line. The goal was never the destination. It was always just proof that you were moving. And moving, it turns out, was the whole point all along.